Action figure collectors, I am the Southern Collector, and we got a new shelf in the nerd room. Now, I know you can't see everything. I'm going to show you guys a quick tour of my nerd room later on, but we're going to fill this up. I figured you guys might want to watch. I'm going to be showing some different stuff off. I might have a couple of things I haven't unboxed yet, and we're just going to kind of try to fill it up a little bit. Now, this is going to be my first long format video on YouTube, so excuse me for the editing and all that. I'm used to making TikTok videos, but we're going to try this out. Like I said, I'm going to be showing some different stuff off. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Please hit that subscribe button. Check out some of my shorts, and we'll be making more of these later on. First off, I'm kind of short, but I wanted to stick this She-Hulk back up on the wall. For some reason, she's the only one that wants to keep falling on me. That command strip up there never wants to hold. But yeah, originally I had a shorter shelf right here with action figures on it, and I had the same Batman sign and some of these figures hanging up, but when I fit this right here, I moved them around, and I really like the look of it. I like hanging this stuff on the wall. I've got stuff all over the walls down here. Now, for our first new figure going on here, we have NECA's The Howling. I really love giant animal-like figures. I've got a ton of them on one of my other shelves that I'm thinking about moving over here. And I just got this fella open this morning. He's got the articulated jaw on him, really cool looking. We're gonna stick him back here behind some of the shorter figures so that we can get more on a shelf. If I can make him stand up straight. This stand is kind of weird. Y'all can see I'm going for a mixture. So in different areas of my nerd room, I do have certain stuff together, like my anime stuff, Marvel Legends, but I also have different shelves that have a mixture. So right here I have a ton of Jada stuff, along with a couple of other fighters. But what I'm going for right now is just a mix of a bunch of new stuff that I have gotten lately. And then later on, I'll go through and actually rearrange a bunch of my shelves to fit all the same lines and stuff together. So I have a Sauron back here, new Marvel Legend. What I'm getting at is right now it's on the same shelf with Rodan from Godzilla and the werewolf figure and the Jada toys. Later on, I'll rearrange my shelves to actually fit him with the Marvel Legends. But I do like the mixed up look as well too. So I like to leave it that way for a little bit. All right, next we are going to be sticking the Thanos and Psylocke from the new 2-pack up here. I'm thinking I can probably stick this in the back of this same shelf, maybe over here next to Sauron. Yeah, so I need to get some more risers. I have some risers on some of my other shelves where you can kind of pick the back figures up to where you can see them better. But right now I'm just going for more of a spaced out and taller stuff in the back kind of look. This is one of the new Power Rangers Reignition Zords. Of course, it's the Red Rangers T-Rex Zord. I got to get all these. I love Power Rangers. I don't know if y'all can see it in this frame, but I have a ton of Power Rangers on this shelf, and I have the Super 7 Red T-Rex right here. Like with the Marvel stuff, eventually I'll put all the Power Ranger stuff together, but right now, I think we'll just stick this guy right here. Let's see if we can make him stand up a little. Yeah, there we go. Now, this guy, NECA's huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. I think these are like 12 inches tall exactly, maybe a little bit bigger than that. We're going to put this guy on top. He deserves to be seen by the whole room. These are a little hard to pose just because the articulation, is not as mobile on them. But let's see here. Get him right between two of the Iron Man figures so you can still see them as well. But yeah, I think that is going to do for now at least. And I have a lot of other Ninja Turtle stuff to put up top that I'll show y'all now. And these are some badass figures. So I don't know if y'all are familiar with Heat Boys, but they make these Ninja Turtle mechs. Whoops, hang on. I have to try to get this back in here real quick. Not that it's hard to do. These are really fun. Nothing on them is hard. I would say the hardest part about them is trying to figure out how you want to pose them, because there's so many different options. All the accessories are like interchangeable, so you can put them all around the figure. But I have all 4 turtles. These are really expensive, but definitely worth it. I'm probably gonna stick all 4 of them up here after I show them to you guys. And then, since I'm a shorty, get back on my chair and rotate them around. Here we have Ralph. He's got these long arms, almost like Dr. Octopus arms that go on him, that I'm probably gonna put back on him later, just because they're a big part of the accessories that go with them. It would just taking up a lot of room on my shelf. I mean, on my table right now. So you guys are sitting on my unboxing table, and I unboxed a lot of stuff, run out of room, and then had to find a place for everything. All right, here we have Leo. He is, it's probably between him and Donatello, as far as my favorite figures in this line go. I'm not sure how I want to put them up here yet. I almost don't want to put these on top because they're so cool. But if I put them on one of the bottom shelves, I would more than likely want to take them off their stands. This is Donatello. He by far has the most accessories. Super cool figure. Let's see if I can. Okay. And it's not going to be perfect. My first time around, like I said earlier, I'm constantly changing stuff around. I'm a little OCD anyway, not in the like not make a mess, because right now my whole room is a mess, but in I'll think I like something, don't like it, and constantly have to change it around. There are only few things in here that are the way they were when I originally put them in this room. All right here we have the Snake Predator from NECA as well. I got a lot of NECA stuff lately. This one is super dope looking. I have a little Predator collection going on now. Eventually, of course, I'm going to put all my Predators together, but like the rest of my new stuff, this guy is going to go on this shelf. And let me see what he looks like right here. I gotta fix his feet. There we go. And if you guys just want to fast forward to the end of the video, I'd appreciate it if you didn't, but I will show everything kind of close up once I get done. It's just a little hard for me to move the camera back and forth and get it back in the same spot. Now, going back to Ninja Turtles, this is from Turtles of Grayskull. It's a mashup of Masters of the Universe and Ninja Turtles. I didn't get any of these figures for a long time. I do have a Masters of the Universe collection, but they're not my favorite figures. But I do love Ninja Turtles. But that being said, for a while I didn't get any of these, and when I started finding them on sale, I got them, and I love them. and I have been able to find a bunch of them on sale lately. Let's just put him up here with the rest of the turtles right now. And might as well do the, I think this is, well, I got some other turtle adjacent characters, but this is the last real turtle that I'm sure that is in my immediate vicinity that needs to go up. This is from Joy Toy. These are 1/18 scale, very detailed, but small. So you can see them next to regular 6-inch figures, but still really, really cool. Let's see. I might have to. He was standing up good. Now he's not wanting to. Let's see. There we go. Just stick him right there real quick. I'm thinking about putting this guy up here too. So I usually try to keep like my building block sets and Lego sets and stuff separate. I do have some different sets, but since this looks like an action figure and it's actually articulated and stuff, and he's so tall, I'm thinking it's going to make a great centerpiece right here. Now it does kind of block some of these McFarlane boxes that are down here, but I'm not crazy about McFarlane. I've got a bunch of McFarlane stuff, but you can see all of those aren't open. I've got a ton more that I've never opened. If I buy McFarlane, normally it's going to be platinums or gold labels, and I don't open them. I do have one dedicated shelf to McFarlane's that I have opened, and hold that thought. This guy right here is probably going to be McFarlane's figure of the year. Now this is a great figure. I really like it. It's the Cyborg Superman, the red one that came out this year. It's a great figure. He's not going on the shelf because he already has a spot, but I just wanted to show him to you guys. All right, moving forward. I'm never going to be able to remember this guy's name, but it's a dinosaur from Ninja Turtles, the Archie Comics version. He's got a soft goods cloak on, just a really cool character. And let's just stick him right here for now. That's also a NECA Toys. And staying with Ninja Turtles, I told y'all I had a ton of Ninja Turtle stuff. I've got a bunch of new Ninja Turtle stuff lately. This is the Shredder Krang, also from NECA. And this is, I think this is the Archie Comics one. I would have to look back to know for sure, just because there's so many different variations of Ninja Turtle stuff, from the cartoons, the comic books, the real movies, everything. Now, this is Mutagen Man, again from Ninja Turtles. I just realized this video is gonna not be great for you guys if you don't like Ninja Turtles, but I've got a lot of more characters. It just seems like I'm doing all these at one time. This is from Super 7, and yes, you can actually fill this up with water like you could the OG Playmates toys. It's really cool, and he glows in the dark. I'm gonna save that up there for another taller figure, or actually, I know exactly what's gonna go up there. So let's stick Mutagen Man right here and show y'all this guy. So I said that I had fallen out of love with McFarlane Toys. That is mostly their DC Multiverse line. I still greatly enjoy their Spawn stuff. So this guy, for example, Blood Axe. And I like their Batman Animated Adventures and some of their other lines. They got some anime lines too, but yeah, this guy is super cool, especially with the horse. Let's see what he looks like up here. I think that right there is about perfect. I know it's all mismatched, but that's kind of what I love about it, is just the randomness of it all. Now, if you can see this in the framing of the video, I have got to change the shelf around, not just because it's mixed up, but because it's so cluttered. The I really needed this shelf, and I actually need a couple more because I have a large collection and a pretty large room to put them in. But something I have come to realize about myself is I love my wall space because I have different anime art and comic book art and things like that, and I have a bunch of figures hanging up on the wall like those are and those are, and I like the look of that. But as far as all my open stuff goes, my shelves are kind of cramped because I've got so much stuff and not enough shelves. All right, I adjusted the camera angle a little bit. I have to keep checking it just because, like I said, I'm a little OCD. And that camera angle was really janky, so I apologize ahead of time. Right here, we have a Masters of the Universe figure. Again, I don't remember this game right off. I think it's King Keldor. When you have so many different characters like I do, sometimes it's hard to remember different characters' names, but let's stick King Keldor right here for now. He didn't come with a lot of accessories, or really any, maybe a spare set of hands. So he's kind of just meant to stand there. And here we have Masters of the Universe from their cartoon collection. And I will never remember this guy's name, but he comes with that giant claw, which is cool. I have some other Masters of the Universe stuff up here that I need to get moved around at some point. Now, if you're a Marvel fan, I know I showed Sauron and Thanos and them earlier on. I did grab this Vision right here from Ross on sale a couple weeks ago. And I got one more spot. I think I'll stick him right there for now, and I might change it later. Now we have Casey here, again from Ninja Turtles. Now this is from the 90s movies, and he also came with this bike, which is always super dope. If you didn't see this guy, I already had him on the shelf. This is Optimus Primal from Transformers. I've got a good bit of Transformers stuff too, especially the YOLO Park stuff that doesn't actually transform. But I've got some other stuff around the room too that I'll probably eventually put together. Now here is a really cool figure that I just got in the other day. This is from Fury Toys Abyss Force. Shark. What's it called? Shark Gang, or I don't remember, but there's three of them. There's the Hammerhead, and then there's like a Great White and another one. But they all kind of have a different style. One of them's a gangster. This guy is like a boxer, and then the other guy, I can't remember right off. But I think I'll grab the other two at some point if they don't sell out. It's not a perfect figure. There were a couple of different issues with him, but it is a very small company. He does look super cool, though. His ankle joints are really loose, and I haven't put anything on them to fix them yet. So I'm a little worried about putting him on the shelf already, but we're gonna try it. Let me move this Optimus right here. And he almost reminds me of King Shark from DC Comics, except I don't think King Shark is not a Hammerhead, at least in most depictions. And we have this. It's also Casey from Ninja Turtles, but this is part of their Universal Monster collab. So it's Casey Jones mixed with the Phantom of the Opera. I have 2 or 3 others from this line of the actual Turtles, and they're all really cool too. I knew that was gonna happen. I called it, didn't I? I'm gonna leave that in just because I knew that was gonna happen. All right, we're gonna wait on putting him on. I gotta I'm gonna have to get some super glue, or There's something that I used to have that you can spray on joints that will help with that, but I gotta remember what it was. This Casey don't want to hold it. I'm gonna have to figure out a new way to put his hockey sticks in his hands too, because they don't want to stay. I think finally for this video, because we still got 2 whole shelves to go, and this is turning into a pretty long video for my first long format video. I did want to show this guy to y'all. It is a Necromancer Shaman, and from Medi Toys, another very small company. It's based off of World of Warcraft, and he came with this little imp figure too. Really cool. Show y'all a. Come on now. There. You see his eyes light up when you touch his head? That's super cool to me. For some reason. I don't know. I'm 34 years old. I'm still a child at heart. Obviously, because I'm an action figure collector. But we're going to show parts of the room around right off so you guys can see what you're in store for if you hit that subscribe button. And y'all hang around for future shorts and videos. Over here, I got some Star Wars, a ton of Marvel stuff. And y'all can start seeing on some of my walls, again, more McFarlane stuff. Got different anime. There's a bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff. Here's my McFarlane shelf. I just got a bunch of junk in front of it. This is anime statues, specifically statues, and I have some more up here. More right there. And then going into a mix of different stuff again, like Spawn. This is all 4 Horsemen stuff, Mythic and Cosmic Legions. And down here, some Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering. Up here, more mix of stuff. This is all small company, like expensive figures that I might move over to my big shelf. And then mix again, like I said, Batman Animated Universe, some different NECA stuff. And then down here, I got some different dinosaurs. Kind of embarrassed showing this shelf off because I had some stuff all that I hadn't fixed yet. But I got some like Jada Mega Man and the cereal line and some other mixed stuff. Up here, bunch of McFarlane stuff that I have not opened. And I'll let y'all see some more of my walls. I got the Goosebumps figures, Halo, some more McFarlane animated stuff. And then over here is all my SHF with a few like Dragon Stars and Anime Heroes thrown in. And I got the Sonic figures up there, but a couple of them have apparently fallen. King Cold that I haven't found a spot for. Over here I've got Animal Warriors of the Kingdom with some Masters of the Universe and other kind of barbarian stuff mixed in. And then this is something I've really got to work on. I've got some more Marvel Legends over here, mostly X-Men that are not set up, and Ghost Riders. Got Savage Crucible, and this is going to be G.I. Joes, and some other stuff. And I've got some wrestling figures. Plus, I've got a ton of stuff that is not open, that I don't have hanging on the wall. Retro stuff and new stuff. And then I have another shelf right here that's got some Predators and Godzilla and Warhammer and just all kind of stuff. Son was playing with the Gamerverse Venom and my Maximum Hulk. That's why they look like their limbs are broken. But kind of step back and show y'all the whole room. Like I said, it's a good size room. Got my gargoyles hanging up. Kind of messy right now, but I don't care. It's always going to be messy.